Hey guys, so I'm working on a landscaping project. We're getting ready to put a retaining wall, a short retaining wall in. We're going to come we're going to have a wall over here that's basically going to start one block deep, and then we're going to come over and about on this curve here, we lose elevation coming all the way down around the side of the house. Eventually we're going to come down here and we're going to tie into this to this wall down here. Got all these, I've got two walls built down here ready that just need to be capped. I'm going to have a third wall here, and then the one coming off the front here is going to come and tie into this top wall. So basically what I'm going to do is set this up so that the first block there is just below the sidewalk. I want to make sure that when when I'm pushing snow, actually, that I can push snow across the sidewalk here and I don't catch on the cap of this retaining wall block. So what I'm going to do is basically the first one's going to be more or less buried, and then as we get further this way, as we lose ground elevation, they're going to get they'll be higher and higher out of the ground, and we basically get to the point where they're a full block out of the ground about here on the curve. So I'm thinking probably back here about at this point, probably going to be about a half a block out, and so then I'll need to actually step down. So from here to the sidewalk will be level for one block, and then at this point here we'll step down so I can have another block, a full block in the ground, and then we'll continue out over here as we lose more elevation, and then I'll have to continue to step down there. So I've already marked out, I kind of rough laid this out with these blocks, and as you can see I marked on the inside of the blocks with marking paint. So we need to roll those out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to use my my Transit Laser Level here. This one's the Bosch GRL 250 HV, I guess it is. But anyway, we're gonna set this up so that these blocks are 8 inches and the caps are 4, so we've got 12 inches total. And I want to have, I'm gonna say roughly 3 or 4 inches of gravel down below those for leveling and for drainage. And like I said, I want to make sure that this cap is below the level of the sidewalk so that I can push snow and not hit it and mess my wall up. So what we're going to do, I'm take an elevation off the sidewalk, which I already have, and hopefully you can see this. You can probably see that. Put this up a little bit. Basically my elevation on top of the sidewalk. So what I want to do, I got 12 between the block and the cap, I've got 12 inches, and then I want to add another 4 for gravel down below, so I need to go 16 inches up. So I'm at 3'4", so 16 inches, a foot would be 4'4", so I'm at 4'4", and I need 4 more inches, so I'm going to be up here at 4'8". So just move my sensor up there at 4'8". Now that sets, can't go too deep here, but that sets the depth that this first, basically that I'm going to cut this trench. So I can come up with 4 inches of, 3 to 4 inches of gravel, 12 inches between block and cap, and I'll be flush or just below flush with the sidewalk. So that's the plan there. Going to I've done a bunch of these walls already and I hate digging these things, so I'm actually going to use this quick spade made by a company called Paumco, made in the US, and it works out. So these blocks right at 12 inches deep. This spade is at 18 inches deep, and it's kind of, can't see very well, but it's kind of dished in the bottom. That bottom dish part is about 11 inches, so I think that's actually going to work really well. I should be able to just take a full scoop out of the bottom of the trench. That'll give me a nice area to work with for gravel in the bottom, plus it'll give me a little bit of sides, a little bit of a few inches on either side to work with, so I've got some extra space for adjusting the blocks. So I'm going to get started here rolling these blocks out of the way, and then I'm going to fire the tractor up and we're going to start digging this trench. These things hard on fingers if you smash. These blocks are hard on fingers if you smash a finger in between them, so done it a couple times. Try not to do that. Check with the transit here real quick, make sure I think I still have quite a ways to go yet. So right there, we are within, there's dead, the blue light's dead set level. So at that point we are within probably ½ inch or so of being where we need to be, which is close enough. So at this point all I need to do is continue on. I've got my depth now, and so I'll just start digging back this way a little bit at a time and start creeping down the hill. And man, for anybody who's ever done a retaining wall or had to dig a trench of any kind, man, I'm telling you, that's a lifesaver. It's a back saver, and way faster than doing that by hand. But anyway, that kind of gives you an idea. So it shouldn't take me too long to dig the rest of this out. I won't bore you with watching all the rest of this, but I thought you might kind of enjoy that. So again, using my my Bosch laser level, transit level, and the quick spade. Of course, with the old Kubota B2601, which can't do without anymore. Alright guys, I thought I'd bring you back real quick just to show you the final product. I don't know how long I've been working here, maybe, I don't know, maybe half hour, 20 minutes, probably half hour. And as you can see, I've got my trench for my wall dug. Basically, so again, from the sidewalk all the way over to this corner, it's all the same elevation. Now it's gonna start raining here pretty soon, so I'm gonna buckle up here. But so the next step, I'll just start cutting down basically the thickness of a block. So I'll go down 8 inches right about here on the corner of the foundation, step it down. I'll go as far as I can, which is probably going to be maybe 4 or 5 feet. I'll step it down again. I'll have to do that 2 or 3 times to make sure that I maintain my base course mostly all the way or mostly buried under the ground for a good strong wall. So anyway, there she is, trench with a quick spade.